Hello everyone, I'm Ishtiak and let's get started. This is BUET Solidworks tutorial. The main objective behind taking this initiative was to help students the night before the exam. So I'm not saying that I'm gonna make you a master of SolidWorks or you're gonna be a boss after you watch these tutorials, but surely if you have an exam coming tomorrow, then yeah, these are the videos to watch and this is the place to be. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are in SolidWorks 2013. I recommend all students to use SolidWorks 2013 because it although there is not much difference between 2013 and the latest 2015, but it's good to be familiar with the interface of the software that is being taught in your lab, because most certainly you are being taught SolidWorks 2013 in your lab. As far as I know, that is the version being taught, and it's good to be familiar with the same version that is being used in classes, because you're going to be facing your exams, your quizzes, and your daily classes and daily class works in that particular version. So that's why I've not upgraded to 2015, and all the tutorials that I'm going to show you are going to be in the 2013 version. So here on the right corner of the screen, the right part of the screen, you can see the blueprint for a tap, a water tap. So these can be found on the top of your basins. Now as you can see from the blueprint here, it's mainly a loft problem, but let me warn you, you can't draw the whole thing with just loft, and there are some certain instructions here on the bottom to draw a lever, which will act as the handle to operate the basin, to turn it on and off, but the instructions here are highly unclear, and due to the lack of a pre-existing 3D model, I can't complete the latter part as instructed in this blueprint. So we'll just be basically designing the tap, the main tap, and we will not be covering the handle or the lever. So let's get started. First of all, it says make 4 reference planes parallel to the top plane. So let's select the top plane here, okay, and we go to reference geometry, we select plane, and as you can see, that's the gap here. Oh, and the other very important thing is this diagram is in inches. Follow this and you'll see, look, so inches. So let's just take the time to change the units to inches. And so the top plane, okay, now the reference geometry plane, and so the first reference is the top plane, okay, and how much offset from the top plane do we want our first plane to be? So make 4 reference planes parallel to the top. And why are they asking us to take these reference planes? Because they want us to draw circles. 1 2 3 4 5 6 circles they want us to draw, and 1 times 2 means 2 circles of the same same radius 1 must be same diameter 1 must be drawn on the same plane. So we have 4 planes, and I guess 5 circles in total. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 6 circles in total. So and 4 reference planes, and if you count the top plane, which is right at the bottom, then that makes a total of 5 planes. So 6 circles and 5 planes. So let's now see how much offset the first plane is from the top plane. So that's 2. The third plane is gonna be offset by 5 inches from the second one, and the fourth plane, which is this one, it is going to be, let's see how much it's gonna be, 17 minus 5, that's 12. So these 2 points, they're 12 offset from the very bottom, and yeah, from the very bottom, and this one is going to be 10 offset from the very bottom, because 12 minus 2, 10. So let's get going right now. So as you can see, I've already drawn a couple of the reference planes, but so here's just a brief look at how it's done, though I do think you know it already. So this is the top plane here. I've made it visible from this feature manager design tree. I made it right click and visible, and then so the first reference is this plane, top plane, and we want to draw which plane do we want to draw? We want to draw this plane over here. So this plane, as we discussed earlier, is 10 inches offset from the top plane. So let's just put it in there, 10 inches offset. And the final plane that we're going to draw, that is our fifth plane, it's going to be 12 inches offset from the top plane. So plane, first reference is the top plane right over here, and the offset is going to be 12 inches. Okay, so we're done. So now that we've done drawing the reference planes, let's just get to drawing the circles. So follow the blueprint carefully, follow the instructions carefully. They say over here so circles of 3, 5, 3, 3, 1.8, 1 times 2, and 1.5 inches at the planes. So let's progress altitude wise. So the 3 over here, 3 over let me zoom in a little. Yep. So 3 1.8, 2 circles of 1 and 1.5. Alright, and if you follow carefully, so here's so this is the side view, you can say. So there's going to be a circle here, circle here, circle here, 2 circles here and here, and 1 circle here. So now that we have our planes, we know that we have to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 concentric circles on one side and 2 concentric circles on the other side. So that makes for the 6 circles. Let's get to drawing the circles. So this is the other problem that you're gonna face when you're so this is the other problem that you're gonna face when you have so many planes, reference planes parallel to one another. See, you can't tell one plane from the other. You can't distinguish or differentiate one plane from the other. So just control click all the planes that you don't want to see, which are bothering you, and just hide them. Just work with the plane that you want to work with. So first we're going to work with the top plane. So I'm going to make all these reference planes disappear. So hide them all. So now we're working with the top plane and start the sketch. So we draw the circle, and this one's gonna be 3 inches as specified. Okay, that's done. Now I'll just in a similar fashion I'm gonna draw the other circle. So I'm just gonna show you the second plane, and then hopefully you guys can progress on your own. So let's make the top plane disappear for a while. It's confusing me. So okay, alakazam, it's gone. Now let's draw another circle. Now this circle that I'm gonna draw right now is on a different plane than the circle you can see in the background. Okay, I know you guys know that, but still, clarification is good. Okay, that's done. So now I'm gonna jump forward in time. So I'm back again, and I'm the first person to successfully travel using a time machine into the future. Haha. Okay, so now I'm on the fourth plane, and for your reference, the fourth plane is up over here. Here. So 1, 2, 3, fourth plane. So in the fourth plane, we're going to have a circle that is not concentric with those circles that we drew initially. So how far away is it gonna be from those circles? So this is has a semicircle of radius 5, so it's gonna be 10. So let's do that. And it's gonna have a radius of, radius of 1.5. So this is how they label the circles. See, 3, 3, and then 1.8 is over here, and then 1 times 2. So 1 1, both of these have 1, and 1.5 is this one, so this one's gonna be 1.5, right? All right. Again, the distance is gonna be this, so 10. All right, now that's done. Exit the sketch. Okay, so this sketch was made on plane 4. Right. So yeah, if you guys were following me previously, I made a slight mistake. This circle has got to be on plane number 3, so not plane number 4 as I showed earlier. So it's just gotta be on plane number 3. So now we're going to plane number 4. We're gonna make it visible, and you guessed it, right? We have to draw 2 circles here of diameter 1. So let's draw away. Okay, now we've successfully completed the drawing of all the circles. Now we can, make this plane invisible. Now what we need to do is draw, choose a plane that passes through the centers of all these circles. And can you guess what plane that is? Yes, that's right, it's the front plane. The front plane passes through the centers of all the circles. So let's sketch on the front plane. And what do we have to sketch? We have to sketch this line right here. Now the thing is, this is loft, right? And in loft you don't actually need to draw a center line, so you don't need to draw the line that goes through here, okay, or here. So let's just loft away. Okay, loft. And see, now let's learn a couple of things here, because this is gonna help you later when I make references. So if I say path, you need to know exactly what a path is. If I say profile, you need to know exactly what a profile is. So let's just teach you guys now, so that later on I'm gonna use these words, and I'm not gonna explain myself. You just have to know it. So profile is a closed loop, okay, and path is an open loop. This comes in most handy during sweeps. So okay, let me choose the profiles for loft. This is not a sweep, this is a loft. So choose this one, choose this one. Look, voila, it's done. So now I have the first part of the basin. See, now the thing about loft is, once you loft, all the sketches go away, and solving that is quite easy actually. Just select these sketches and just make them visible, show. So now you can see all these circles. Now the thing is, can you create a bent shape like this using loft? The answer is yes, you can, but this is a center line. It passes through the centers of the shapes, okay, and in loft the path does not pass through the center of the profile. So I told you what a profile and path was before. You can rewind back to reference that. So in loft you can not have center lines, you can have guide curves. See, guide curves. So actually, if I could zoom in here, you can see that, look, the guide curve does not pass through the center of the closed loops or shapes, that is these profiles. It passes through one point at the very edge or perimeter of the shape. So you could draw a line that passes through this point, say a point on the periphery of this circle and a point somewhere around here, and then use it as a guide curve to mm, draw draw your to loft this thing. But that's just too complex, and why would you do that? So we're not gonna loft this one. We're gonna use the option called sweep or swept boss, right? But before we do that, let's finish the easy part, this part. You can just loft this one. You don't need center lines or anything, so let's just loft this one. That's done. See, so now all that remains is the sweep. So let's sweep. So let's start the sweep right now. So we have to make a sketch on the front plane for doing that. Let's just choose a circle, okay, and just draw a random circle. And the dimensioning, this is going to be a little tough. Choose this point, and you guessed it, it's going to be 5. And so did it pass through the center? I don't know exactly, I don't know. So yeah, that's 5. Okay. And the diameter of the circle, we have to specify that as well. It has to be 10. So yeah, now it passes through the center points of both these circles, and now we can sweep it. So let's do that. But it needs to be a semicircle, so there's some trimming to be done. So okay, now don't get bothered with all this. Just because you see a red light or a yellow light, it means nothing. Just continue with your work. So see, it's gone. Now we just choose stuff, exit the sketch, sweep it. See, now SolidWorks automatically knows some things. See, it automatically selected this semicircular arc as its path. So you might be surprised, and you may ask the question that how did it know? As I told you before, paths. This one is a path. Paths are open loops, and profiles are closed loops. So the moment it saw an open loop, it chose it as the path. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now we highlight this one and we choose our profile. See what happens. Now this is an interesting feature. This error will actually provide you a good opportunity to learn something new. So I like the fact that SolidWorks didn't give me what I asked it to, because this part is unwanted. But just because because of this unwanted thing, you'll get to learn something. It's called the selection manager. So why did this happen? Why did this happen? It happened because the moment I clicked on this one circle, SolidWorks immediately chose this circle along with it as the profile. So it chose 2 circles as a profile. And why did that happen? Because these 2 circles belong to the same sketch. You can see in the features tab that sketch 7. So this sketch 7, it comprises of both this circle and this circle. So at one click, SolidWorks can't distinguish that which circle you are choosing. It thinks just because you clicked on this circle, you chose both these circles because they belong to the same sketch. So what can you do to stop SolidWorks from doing such a thing? Click on the profile, just delete it. Okay, now right click on it and you'll see selections manager. So you click it, and now this will give you the option to isolate one shape from a sketch containing many shapes. So what is the type of shape that you want to isolate? Is it an open loop? Is it a closed loop? Yes, in our case it is a closed loop. So you select this one, and then we just select the circle we want. So it could be this one or this one, just we could select any one. So see, now that won't be a problem anymore, and you have to obviously remember to click this button to finalize the selection. So see, now we have what we wanted, and that problem is solved. So here's your basin, sorry, here's the tap of your basin, and we're done.